Ooh la la.
The Dina Deadleys.
I mean, it just doesn't get old. Welcome back. I'm Amy Phillips. This is Reality Checked. I feel like I'm with family right now because I'm with the experts. The experts who know Vanderpump Rules, who live Vanderpump Rules, who breathe it, who feel it spiritually and emotionally. I would like to welcome my guests from Pumped Podcast, Lara Shainhouse, Craig McNeil, and Blythe Russo.
Thank
Hi.
you. Hey.
Thank you for having us.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you. I'm so pleased you guys are here.
Oh, we're
It's
so
a
happy to be here.
special morning.
Very special.
You guys woke up real early.
Want a bloody rose, darling? I want rosé.
Ooh la la.
The Dina Deadleys.
I mean, it just doesn't get old. Welcome back. I'm Amy Phillips. This is Reality Checked. I feel like I'm with family right now because I'm with the experts. The experts who know Vanderpump Rules, who live Vanderpump Rules, who breathe it, who feel it spiritually and emotionally. I would like to welcome my guests from Pumped Podcast, Lara Shainhouse, Craig McNeil, and Blythe Russo.
Thank you.
Hi.
Hey.
Hi,
Thank you
guys.
for having us.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you. I'm so pleased you guys are here.
Oh, we're
It's
so
a
happy to be
special morning.
here. Very special.
You guys woke up real early to share your passion with us. on
That's how
Sirius
passionate we
XM.
are.
Yeah.
We're driven. We're driven.
We'll do
yeah.
anything for
We'll,
Pump Rules.
we'll even move some cast members into our building.
Ooh, okay. Let's start this off and let's share with the world what happened. Please,
Sure.
Craig.
So a couple weeks ago, we were taping with Katie and Schwartz, and while I was setting the levels, Laura was talking to them about their apartment situation. And so it turned out that they were looking for a new place, and they couldn't find a great place. And it just so happened that there was a wonderful place opening up in our building. And our building manager was coming down to fix something in our shower that very moment. So I said, oh, my God, hold the phone. You've got to meet Rashid. And so Katie met Rashid, and then, boom, magic happened. And now Katie and Schwartz will be living on the third floor of our building.
And Rashid is the newest cast member on Vanderpump Rules.
Exactly right. Exactly right.
This is your crowning achievement in life that
Thank
you did this.
Thank you. As our friend Jason said, oh my God, you're the biggest troll when he heard that news.
I love your podcast. It's so funny. You guys really go in deep. You go in pretty deep. So you can find it on iTunes
iTunes and SoundCloud.
and
Yes.
SoundCloud. Yeah. Okay. So check it out, y'all. So listen, let's break down this. Okay. Last night's episode in general was probably like one of my favorite episodes of all time.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
it was really good.
Yeah.
Do you guys agree with that?
It was a series highlight.
It was
Yeah.
a series highlight
Yeah.
or a serious?
Oh, well, now it's a serious
Both.
highlight, but
Well, first of all, Stassi squatting at Kristen's
Oh,
is like
yeah.
a whole nother level of like just a dimension we never thought would happen.
can you picture
Yeah.
the Stassi squat? I can. It's a very ugly, unforgiving
I feel
look.
like we saw it in a couple episodes ago when seasons ago when she was in the pool naked, kind of
Yeah,
squatting
and
right.
in
down in front of Jack.
Mexico,
That's
after
right.
they emerge from the sea, and she's like squatting in the sand.
There you go.
Just like naked and loving life.
Bingo,
Yeah.
bingo. Okay, so here's a soundbite with Stassi talking about she wants to be forgiven, man.
Jesus Christ. Everyone, calm down. I didn't kill anyone. All I ever did was tell a few people to f off. There are so many more worse people than me. People putting blades in candy on Halloween. There are people running sprinklers in the drought, and even people stealing sunglasses.
Why do you have to bring the drought into this?
Exactly.
Don't
Yeah.
bring the drought into
Why are you
it.
coming at us? Why are you coming at LA so hard, man?
How does she balance all those things? So there's people putting razors in kids' candy. There's water, and then Jax's sunglasses. They're all of equal importance,
Like
apparently.
razors and candy was so 80s.
Yeah, I know.
Like, are they really still doing that?
I know,
now?
come on,
That's
pick
not
it
a
up.
thing.
Yeah.
It's too hard to do.
That's way too hard.
Now they're just injecting drugs into it. Like, let's update our references.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Get with it, Schroeder.
She's right. There are worse people.
There are worse. There's like 4 or 5.
Yeah.
Yeah, worse people.
What did you think of when Stassi was talking to Lisa Vanderpump when she had to humble herself and go to Pump and talk to
That
her?
was so sad.
Wasn't
And
it?
Even offering money to her and Lisa not taking it was the most embarrassing moment. for
Yeah.
me.
Wasn't that just unreal? Her trying to hand Lisa Vanderpump $900.
And she can't find an apartment. I'm like, how are you going to afford an apartment? I'm sure you don't have that much.
Yeah, good point.
She just
I don't
seems
know.
still disrespectful. Like, it doesn't seem very
Yes.
genuine. Like,
Right.
she
Yes.
still is like, when you apologize to someone and they don't immediately accept your apology, you don't get mad at them for not accepting your apology. Get all like stand up and be like, you hate me, Lisa.
This
like,
is hard for
I'm
me.
just, yeah, it's like, Stassi, you don't get it.
She kept getting so mad at Lisa. It's like, you haven't changed.
Yeah.
Like, she's like, I'm trying so hard to humble myself. This is really hard. Lisa, this is really hard, you bitch.
I'm glad it's hard, darling.
Oh, man, Lisa was the boss lady
Oh,
in that
the
moment,
best.
right?
The shade she was throwing just with her eyes and the whole
yeah.
move with her glasses and everything.
She's like an
this old
actress.
woman's busy.
Yeah.
She
Like,
is.
She's an actress at this point.
Well, she's
Yeah,
the
I
star
agree.
of
Yeah.
the star of
It's
ABC's
a
Poison Arrow
performance.
video. You know, I mean, you saw her moves in that, and then the ABC mini film Man Trap.
Oh.
Yes.
I've seen a couple of clips of her. Oh, God, I don't remember what show it was. but it was
Baywatch
from the-
Nights, possibly?
Yeah, Baywatch Nights. They got Craig. Pumped podcast people. If you want more of that,
Yeah.
tune to their podcast. Because
Nowhere
they
to
got
go.
details like you wouldn't believe.
Deep diving.
Deep diving. All right, let's take a call. We're going to go to Lisa in Seattle. Let's talk about
I was so
Lala.
darling, you people really bother me. Can you move out of LA?
Lisa's on the line.
This is actually Rachel. I only aspire to be a Vanderbilt.
Hi, Melissa. How are you?
That's okay. I have fun with the people who call. I usually call them the wrong name. The other day I called someone Tiana.
You can call me Tiana
My
anytime.
apologies.
it was a bait and switch.
What's up?
So this is not groundbreaking or anything because I think that Lala, or as my husband calls her, Lala, is one of the most disgusting people I've ever seen in my life. But
no.
I
Oh,
would
no.
for somebody to fly Giselle from the Potomac Housewives over to call Lala's behavior thoughtish because it was really misdirected when it was sent to Katie.
It's thoughtish
Lala
behavior.
Is the definition of thought. Yes.
It's thoughtish behavior.
Well, I would love, I think, Rachel, that's a great idea. I love a crossover. So frankly, if we want to start a Kickstarter so we can get Giselle over to go over to Sir or Pump so that she can say,
It's thoughtish behavior.
I am all for that. Good idea, Rachel. Thank you for calling.
That sounds like a great crossover episode. I have to congratulate her on being neck deep into Potomac, which I've not gotten to yet.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's delicious.
Yeah.
It's
You know,
delightful.
I didn't come here looking to make enemies today, but it just really happened.
Yeah.
Why? Because you love Lala.
I love Lala. I
Really?
get
We
like
love
such
Lala.
a kick out of her. I think she's like really sex positive and like kind of an icon for me.
icon.
Yeah, she's like a thought, but we are all like a little thoughtish.
We
Yeah.
all have thottish behavior. I
Yeah.
love Lala. I
Yeah,
love her
same
addition,
here.
the addition of
Yeah.
her. And James, too. I'm obsessed with him. Please, are you
It's
kidding me?
the best television, and also, I don't want to jump ahead in the recap,
No,
but
please.
to go right to the part where James is having the issue with analingus. What's the language barrier on the show? It's free.
Oh, yeah,
form?
yeah, yeah.
Okay, so basically, when they're
Free
talking
form.
about,
That's what we
I
call
thought
it,
so.
free
I
All
mean-
the anal you want.
Good. Analingus, eating ass, however you like to call it at home. When they get into the eating ass discussion,
Thoughtish.
and James is so upset that potentially her mouth was on another orifice before it was on his, which really, in the end, isn't it more disgusting that she kissed James?
I guess that's a matter of opinion.
Yeah.
That's a matter of opinion. After
Now
a couple
you guys
pump
are
teenies.
enemies.
Yeah, I didn't know. I didn't wake up this morning thinking I was going to make enemies with you.
We're all in a fight now.
I know, that's it. That's okay.
You know, I don't know if I would ever want to kiss anyone from Pump Rules.
That's not
but
true. You
after
know
a
you
couple-
definitely want
All
to.
right, fine. After a couple,
Yeah, like,
after a
speak
couple
for
pump
yourself.
teenies, I'm just saying
More
it might be
fighting.
a free for all. Speaking of, oh my God, speaking of James,
Sure.
I love when they do a little, adventure over to Max's dentist,
Oh my God.
and then James Max reads James's text that he sent to Lala.
Uh-huh.
What'd you send to
James?
her?
Yeah.
Do you want to read it, mate?
Yeah.
There you go.
So don't say we chillin' when you clearly got plans with some ugly head. Also heard how you were killing some ass and kissing me after. What does that mean?
Faith told me that she was eating some ass the night before, and then we met up the
Are
next
you
day.
f***ing kidding me?
Yeah, dude.
What?
Rim job.
Do not talk about things like that in front of me.
Sorry, Mom.
There you
Oh,
go.
she's clutching her pearls. Yeah, that lady's never heard that term before. Now, what is that, darling? We've only owned 25 gay clubs all over England, and I've never heard that term before.
Yeah. Lisa's down.
She is.
Max is like horizontal and just still doesn't know what's going on
At
in
all.
this scene. I think he's been on painkillers like this entire season every time that
Yes.
he's on
Yeah,
camera.
definitely.
Yes.
To the point I'm worried about him, like just on a personal level.
You are?
Yeah, a little bit. He's like always just gazing off into the distance.
Yeah.
not really aware.
No
not
treasure in
grounded
sight.
or centered.
Yeah.
But I'm glad his mouth got fixed.
Good point, Lara.
Don't you?
Thank you.
And also,
No. My producer just said, just remember to address them by name. I was reading that. Thank you, Lara. Craig,
so
how do you feel about that?
Well, Amy, I have a few thoughts on that, and specifically when Max is laying there completely prone and with his mouth full of a hand or gauze. James thinks it's a great idea to update his mother on Max's dating life.
Yeah,
where he's
right.
sort of, right?
When he's like incapacitated.
Yeah, he can't tell you right now, but he's like seeing like a much older woman. Isn't that hilarious?
He's like, no.
He's like,
yeah.
James is being crazy right there too. But I'm like, he must be just so close to Lisa, like a second son to her, because he talks to her in a way that's like, it's not
viciously,
employer.
I'm loving that
It's not like-
relationship.
It's kind of fun to watch.
It is. It's like another son.
Yeah.
And I love that she reveals that James's mom asked her to give him the job. So
Yeah, that's right, Blythe. Okay, but then James goes off. He had so many peak moments in this episode where he was just
really
like, he was so just incorrigible, if that's the word. He was just like, he didn't know where to turn. He was like drunk texting people. He was like no one would listen to him. He's trying to get back together with Lala, trying to get back together with Kristen, and no one was having it. And then he was just like going at Lisa about Jax. And here's what Lisa says in response to that.
I actually don't need any help from Pipsqueak Busboy running my business, so thank you, James Kennedy, but I will pass on your managerial advice.
Is that going to be the name of his album, Pipsqueak Busboy?
Oh,
Peep squeak.
Peep Squeak. All right, because he's got a peep, right?
The peep.
It's not yet.
peep squeak.
Touch my peep, darling.
I love though that he referenced like all the good reviews on Yelp about the music that he plays at Pump.
Which he clearly must have written himself.
Which is
though,
not. It's not out of line saying that. I've been there. I've seen him DJ.
And it's
it was
good, right?
So good. Yeah.
Thank you, Laura.
So I fully support. I would not. Thank you, Amy. I would not go to. If he was fired as a DJ, I would not go to Pump
for like a month.
Yeah, for like a month.
I did spend a little time on Yelp trying to find that, but then I couldn't, and there was just so many Yelp reviews. I gave up.
Sure.
It's
so many
written
glowing,
by like Mara Lane Halls.
Yeah, Zara Shainhall. Kiara Stainvalls.
Hey, how would you guys like an uninvitation to Katie's party? Here's a soundbite.
Thank you.
So I wanted to talk to you guys about something. It's not like the thing I want to say, but just because I'm sure you're going to hear stuff from other people, and I just wanted to kind of explain. So I'm having a launch party for my beauty blog to sort of celebrate it and introduce it, but unfortunately I can't extend the invitation to you.
That was a power move.
Yeah.
That's a true power move. And what I didn't catch the first time I watched this was that James is like so sweet. He's like, oh, that's awesome. And then she's like, I can't extend an invite to you. And then he gets like really vile after that.
Dude, I don't like it when these kids' feelings get hurt.
I know.
I felt bad for James in this episode. I felt real bad for Lala later.
I did too.
I mean, I don't like seeing James sad. No one deserves to have their feelings hurt. There was plenty. Listen, Katie, there was plenty of room in the Frederick Fekkai salon for those two to show up.
It was not at capacity.
It was not.
It's really just like a capacity issue.
But like, was it capacity or drama? Because when she was talking to Lala, she was like, well, I just don't want any drama. And it's really capacity. It's like, well, which one is
capacity
it?
for drama, I think. Yeah.
But I just want you to know I can't extend an invite.
And this is what I'm going to say. It's not what I want to say. It's really not what I want to say.
I don't want to say this, but I have to say this. But I was thinking about like, if you are working with someone in that close proximity and you are having a party and they weren't invited, if you don't mention it,
then
you're kind of screwed both ways.
Yeah.
Right?
Amy, that's right.
It's thottish behavior.
Also, Lala keeps not getting invited to
Yeah,
things.
she's been left out. She wasn't invited to Ariana's birthday party and now not invited to the launch party.
Yes.
Well, she's always fun, but then she drags James along with her, so he's always the issue, but he walked in on his own with Max this time.
I love that they crashed it.
Yeah.
That's so good. And he was so into that hoodie thing. Who?
Dude.
Someone adjusted it? Who
my
adjusted
God,
it?
because like
Katie.
Katie. They're like, no,
That's
no.
right.
He's like, help me, Kristen Doty. You're my only hope. Help me, Kristen Doty. You're my only hope.
You're Kristen fucking Doty. You are my only hope.
I want to talk to you, Kristen Doty.
Touch my peep, girl. Oh, I love what he said. You know, I've had a lot of like one night stands and stuff, but it like doesn't measure up. It's like not the same. And I thought, not the same meaning you don't like you're not constantly fighting. You're not constantly trying to like one up each other in the horror games.
Yeah, exactly. Hey guys, I'm talking with the Pumped podcast people. right here on Radio Andy. Let's go to a call. Let's talk to... Oh, there's two people. This is a party line. Kayla and Madeline, what's up?
Hi. Oh, my God. Okay.
Hello.
First of all, I just have to say, Laura, I'm obsessed with you, and I'm obsessed with the podcast.
Thank you. Oh, my God, you guys.
Yes.
I'm blushing.
An Instagram troll on you.
I'll keep an eye out for you.
Okay. Well, what we wanted to say, okay, I'm with my best friend Kayla, and we're obsessed with Pumped, and so we live in Illinois. And, like, central Illinois, there's not a lot going on. So last night when we were watching Pumped, we were like, oh, my God, let's call Sir. And we kept calling them, and they did not answer the phone.
And they didn't answer the phone?
No, they never do. But we want to go as a trip, as like a little getaway. Instead of, like, going to a beach, we'd rather go to Pump.
Wait, so you know that if you want to make a reservation, you can actually do it at least for Pump on Open Table, as I just did for my birthday coming up this weekend.
Hot tip. Hot tips from Greg McNeil.
That's right.
Did you just call Sir to call them?
Yeah,
just to check in?
We wanted to be like, what if Lala answers the phone? Because they keep showing that on the show.
So you just wanted to talk to Lala, essentially.
Yeah.
And they wanted to see if they were all booked up.
Yeah, and we were just upset that they weren't answering. We didn't know what we were really going to say.
What time of day did you call?
Well, it was 9 o'clock our time. So.
We're Central Standard, so it was like...
So it's 7 o'clock there,
7
7 o'clock here. They open at 5:30.
That's right. There's a lot of prep. As you've seen on the show, there's a lot of glasses to steam and everything. Yeah.
Busy signals, and then it just kept ringing, and we were like...
That's hilarious.
They're really trying to up their customer service.
That's right. That's what they're focusing on. I noticed. Yeah.
It's been a big push this season.
So if you're really that into Lala and you want to, email us a question or tweet us a question, because we're going to have Lala on the show on our couch very soon.
Okay.
So.
Oh, awesome!
We could just crash your birthday dinner like James did last night.
Do it.
Do it. Absolutely. I'll tell you what date it is off air.
Okay. Thanks for calling, you guys.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks. Bye.
Thanks.
Awesome caller party line. Okay. Let's see here. Let's go to another call. We got Christina in Minnesota. Hey, Christina.
Hi. Good morning.
Good morning.
What's up? Hey.
Last night, Tristan and Katie were in the clubhouse, and they found out that Saturday night, Kristen got kicked out of the restaurant, and I want to know what the hell she did.
I want to know, too.
There's no filming going on.
She got kicked out this Saturday.
She got kicked
At
out.
Pump?
Yeah, last
Pump?
Saturday.
Out of Pump?
Yes.
She's always getting kicked out of Pump.
But she wouldn't tell us. She didn't tell Andy Cohen. In fact, she said that somebody tweeted and said, like, you got kicked out. And she confirmed that did happen, that Lisa kicked her out. Lisa did. And then didn't elaborate. Then another person tweeted in or called and was like, why did you get kicked out? And then she was like, how do I answer this? And looked at Katie. And then she was like, plead the fifth. Tell us.
This reminds me. Yeah, why is she so bashful
What do you have to do
about
to get
this?
kicked out of Pump?
Well, I know. Well, I think it might be related.
I can't wait to find out.
This Saturday at Pump. Yeah, the 13th and the 20th, actually. It's a 2-part birthday celebration. So, and Amy's going to have to be at one of them because her birthday's coming up on the 16th. That's
Shared
right.
birthdays.
Exactly. Aquarian fever.
It's my birthday, not your birthday.
Listen, it's my fucking birthday. No, it's my fucking birthday. I booked the fucking table. No. I want to get an acid bath.
Throw a drink in your face. I'll pour a beer on you.
Full of acid.
Full of acid. I'm with the Pumped podcast people. I think we're going to take a quick break, and we will be right back with more Vanderpump Rules. Stay right there.
Mr. Smith, you reduced me to tears. I promise you it won't happen again.
Do I attract you? Do I repulse you with my queasy smile? Am I too dirty? Am I too flirty? Do I like what you like?
Amy Phillips is Kristen Doty. I'm not crying over Tom. I'm crying over James. On Reality Checked.
Cause baby, now we got bad blood. You know it used to be mad love. So take a look what you've done. Cause baby, now we got bad blood. Hey, now we got raw.
Guys, it's a special day on Reality Checked because we are going so deep into Vanderpump Rules with my besties. The gang from the Pumped podcast, Laura, Craig, Blythe. Welcome again. Welcome.
Thank you, Amy. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Amy.
I wanted to mention something.
Yes,
that
please.
we were talking about why Kristen Doty may have gotten kicked out of Pump, and I
Okay.
have a feeling it's related to sort of extracurricular activities that are sort of possibly hinted at when Stassi describes what Kristen does when she comes home as the drunk maid. She said, "Oh, it's great because it's basically like living with a drunk maid. She comes home at 5 a.m, full of energy and determination to clean very thoroughly." So something. I mean, I'm not going to say exactly what I think it is because I wouldn't want to get sued, but.
So we're supposed to read
All
between
connected.
the
All
lines.
connected, yes.
So
It's
read between
an activity that possibly Jax might be into. I'm not sure.
Interesting.
Suck a dick, bro.
Yeah, she loves.
I
She
don't know.
loves that line, that tagline. It's kind of become her thing.
Yeah.
Having
After
her-
last season when she just like screamed at Diana.
That's right.
And
Yeah.
she's like, suck a dick.
Why is that not one of her T-shirts?
That's a
I know, right?
Suck a dick, bro.
I actually think that, like, of all, Katie and Stassi both have fashion blogs, but I feel like Kristen has the best style out of anybody.
Yeah,
That's
she
just
does
my
have
opinion.
the best style out of all the girls.
Those like seafoam green booty shorts that she was wearing at the Pucker and Pow
Best
party.
style, bro.
That's right, bro.
She loves a onesie, bro.
She does.
Yep.
She does, bro.
Call me right now, 844-305-ANDY, if you want to talk pump rules with the gang here. Jax and Brittany.
Oh, sorry. Did I jump the gun on that?
I thought that was real. And I got
Like, Laura jumped out of her seat like no one's business.
my eyes filled with tears. And it's like, I didn't come here for this today. Suck a dick, bro.
I mean, Jax, what a gentleman. You
Oh,
know?
true gentleman.
Farting on camera, going to the bathroom with the door open, and blowing his nose in a towel. Can we mention that?
Oh, my
When he
God.
was on vacation?
So many highlights. It's hard
Does
to get them all
he know
in.
that they're filming this?
I think only a 22-year-old can put up with that kind of behavior. Like, I just don't. He's like found his perfect age range
Yeah.
for like
Yeah.
a companion. Because if you're any older than that, you're going to be like so disgusted and horrified by his actions. Like, you couldn't hang.
But you know what, guys?
Thank God for Hooters.
So now, Brittany's kind of doing the heavy lifting.
Yeah.
Yes, bringing home the bacon. That Hooters money.
Oh
I
my
hear they
God.
pay really well.
Do they? I think
No,
they,
I
they
don't
don't.
know. No,
Like
I mean,
Goldman
You don't think
Sachs
you get
level,
good
yeah.
tips there? Don't you think you get good tips there?
Probably good tips, but I mean, what's good tips at Hooters?
I don't know, but do you think that's a Hooters in Burbank? Because I don't know any other Hooters.
You know what? We
Is there
have
one
to
in
find out.
Hollywood?
We have to
Yeah.
find out. We have to go.
Look, yeah, we should go.
Does she still, we should go. Does she still work there?
Probably.
Oh.
She got a
Ooh.
boob job later on in the season. So I can only
We gotta go.
Oh, so he got those for her for work.
Yeah,
work.
she
So
can earn
see,
more
a
money.
gentleman who's thinking about her career.
Okay, guys, do you love a crossover? Because did you ever watch Below Deck? Alex, the guy that Kristen was on a date with,
He was on that
season
show?
1 of
No.
Below Deck. He was
No.
the yacht captain.
Oh my God,
Alex
is
with
he
a
as,
KS.
yeah.
With a KS. Thanks,
Is-
Lara.
Is he as quote unquote charming on that show as he was on this?
He was pretty cool.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
I love Below Deck. Below Deck's awesome. It's my jam. And everyone on that show is actually pretty. Is that either very interesting? He kept it together.
Yeah.
He had a pretty major he made a pretty major mistake in his management skills at one point that he tried to make up for. So that was very entertaining. But I thought he was pretty tight, right and tight. So I was like, wow, Kristen landing a yacht captain. Not
He was
bad.
into her too.
Oh yeah. Well, it's to a degree, right? Because
then
he was
he
kind
said-
of playing it cool.
Yeah.
Because she was like, I packed a bag.
Just so you know, I packed a bag. That's just how I open every first date.
Yeah.
I mean, okay, and then he kind of blew it too when he said, well, here's the line between Alex and Kristen.
I've changed a lot.
Yeah, so the person
I respect myself, that's why. I used to not respect myself.
No. Like, I wouldn't have taken you on a date when I met you.
Oh my God.
Guys, tooken.
I wouldn't have taken that for
I've
serious if I
changed
hadn't.
a lot.
Oh, it said in drunken slurs.
I respect myself now. I used
I
to not
respect
respect
myself
myself.
Packed a bag.
I'll taken it, tooken.
I wouldn't
He
have
was
taken
like,
you on a
can
date.
you imagine if Liam Neeson made that mistake?
She's been tooken. My daughter's been tooken.
Remember Lisa slipped into that. I
Kristen
wouldn't have
Doty.
taken her seriously if she hadn't come to me with the $900 in his sweaty little hand.
Kristen Doty, don't be tooken.
That it would be very on brand for him. It's like you wouldn't have fucking taken me on the trip.
Stop looking him, start tooken.
He needs to put it into a new
he does.
rap.
Know what I mean, mate?
Know what I mean, mate? Oh, God. Then we go to Lala and James, and they had it out. Lala. this was kind of my jam right
she
here.
read him.
She did. Let's hear that.
Deservedly.
What goes down in your bedroom is not my business. And what goes down in my bedroom is none of yours.
James is a spoiled brat, spoiled bitch when he doesn't get what he wants.
You f***ing hit me up when you're lonely and insecure. Those are the days you hit me up, babe. Are the only days you're f***ing lonely, you ain't got anyone else to f***ing hang out with you. You're f***ing fake as f***ing, you should f***ing learn your lesson, babe.
That's a stupid thing to say, but
Yeah, well,
whatever.
you're a stupid thing to say.
The comeback game is sliding a little bit
man.
on James. Yeah, stupid thing to say. Fuck.
You're a stupid thing. That's a stupid thing. Stop looking at me, Wall.
I like when Lala gets like a little bit hood.
Yeah.
Utah hood.
That was a good flare up for her.
It was. She was very, very well spoken in that too. Impassioned and eloquent.
Yeah, right at the hostess
And I
station.
agree with her.
I completely
It's none of
agree.
his business.
Yep.
No.
She laid out the rules.
Yeah.
And it's
She was like, other people can touch your pee.
sorry, Amy. I didn't mean to interrupt about the.
After you, Craig.
Oh wait, thank you. So gracious,
Please do.
so gracious.
Please
Thank you,
do.
Amy. As what Amy was saying, they did have an agreement, or they do have an agreement, and also get it together, James. She's not that into you. Come on, wake up. You know, like she wants to sleep with everyone else but you.
Right?
And he does the same thing. He hits her up when he's lonely.
Yeah.
That's true.
It's mutually beneficial.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah. They go at each other when they're at their low points.
Oh, I'd love to see
Like
some
any
of the
healthy relationship.
Exactly. Yeah. How do you think Blythe and I met?
You were clearly tooken with her.
I was so tooken with her.
Did you take her on a date?
Oh, I taked her on a date and then take her to the movies, you know, and then I took in her heart.
Oh my god! But Kristen decided to unblock James.
Oh, on social media.
Oh,
And on,
Oh,
on
no,
her
on her
phone,
phone,
right?
On her phone, that's right.
That's always a sign when you're just like, you want to just slide back into the bad relationship.
Oh, so she's kind of giving him signals. But like, how did he know to text her?
Had he been
I know.
texting her that whole time?
That's what I
That's
was-
the only thing that makes sense. And then he happens to be texting.
Then he
still.
gets through.
Then he gets through.
Yeah.
Is that
It's
what
just like,
happens when you
just keep
text
calling
a blocked
until you get
person?
a ring?
I was wondering that too. I didn't know how you
should
when
be
you
like-
when you're blocked, can you send text? Do you just get a message
message,
failure, or
yeah,
what do you
failure.
get?
I don't know. Call us. Let us know. 844-305
Yeah.
Andy.
Yeah.
If you've been blocked, what does that feel like? And then what does it come up on your phone? Because I mean, I don't know.
What if we're blocked right now? We don't even know it.
Oh my god, I know.
Oh my god! I just blocked Craig. Craig, talking to your microphone.
Although,
Oh, shit!
Blocked.
Okay, unblocked. You're unblocked.
Very, very loud. Okay,
You're unblocked.
fine, okay. That's kind of what James does. He can get very, very loud,
James just wants to be loved
or something.
at the end of the day.
At the end of the day, well, his mom was on the show. That was heartwarming.
And you know, Amy.
Yes.
Speaking of his mom, I think that when he is pining to be back in this horrific relationship with Kristen,
Yes.
I think it speaks a lot to what he's seen as examples of what a normal, healthy adult relationship is.
Right.
Being his parents, who must have just been a complete disaster.
Oh.
Thank God for Hooters.
Suck a dick, bro. Suck a dick, bro.
She really milked that delivery too. Oh my god. Okay, so well, I love that Sheena actually. This is one of my favorite lines. She mentioned my show.
Reality check.
Yes, exactly. She loves to throw a plug in for
like-
things she believes in, right?
Thanks, Sheena.
Sheena, former romance
Oh my
of
God.
John Mayer, as you were just telling me.
What?
Did you
earlier
know
on.
that Sheena and John Mayer like hooked up briefly in 2009?
They took it
Lara?
there.
I'm sorry to have to be the one to tell you this. I'm traumatized. I just found out. Like, I kind of had
She barely
heard-
made it in the door.
I'd heard murmurs, and then I decided to really just send myself into a spiral out right before I came in here
Now,
by
if
Googling
those
it
of you who
and
don't
confirming.
know the backstory, Lara is obsessed with John Mayer. So
I'm
there's
obsessed with
definitely layers to this.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So it's not just jealousy.
No, it's like I'm sweating right now.
Okay, well, how did you find this out? Who are your
So-
sources?
Someone had like either someone had tweeted it at me or I was like doing the thing where you Google like so and so John Mayer girlfriend
That
as
thing,
one does.
That thing.
But then there was some website that said like Sheena Marie, and then I was like, I only know one Sheena. There's only one
There's
Sheena
only
Marie that
one.
matters.
Only one.
And then I just Googled it, and there's like a whole video of him basically like denying that they're boyfriend girlfriend, but like she had talked to the press and said like like John's like a really nice guy.
Oh my God.
Like that means that they've like fucked.
Is Sheena's body a wonderland?
Oh.
It is kind of currently.
Is that whose song it is about?
Well, I mean, it makes sense. She loves musicians, right? John Mayer, Shay, it's all the same.
Yeah.
Right.
From one musician to the next. Bye, Felicia.
It's all coming together. Okay, we got to get to the party, the Pucker and Pout launch party.
How long do I have to stay here, darling?
It's one thing to crash a birthday party. It's another thing to crash a launch party.
Right?
I mean, there was a brow bar. Did you like that?
Oh,
I've never
brow
seen
bar.
that before.
And a braid bar.
And a braid bar, yes.
Yeah. And Sandoval got his brows tended too. He has a lot of instructions.
Yeah, I was like, he's giving her tips
Yeah.
about the brows.
And I think
bra bar.
Did he even have a mirror? I think he could just tell by the way it felt.
He knows. Yeah. He knows what's good with the brows.
Babe, I can do this in the dark, so let me just tell you.
Also, he shaded Jax's eyebrows. He
Well,
was like, I don't want
yeah.
it to look like Jax. He was like, it's a little too much.
God, I was like, bro.
He has no chill.
He took it there.
Reality check.
Yeah, I love that. But you know what? There was plenty of room for everyone to show up. Faith could have gone. James could have gone.
yeah.
But no. Okay, but then Kristen and James got into it, which I love. So let's hear a little soundbite from their fight.
What do you want?
Kristen, why are you so standoff with me?
What do you want?
Because I want nothing to do with you. I've never been happier in my entire life.
That's what people say when they're not happy. I'm so happy. I'm so happy. You ain't happy.
It's true.
I want to hug it out and be chill. That's what I want.
But I don't.
Well, this is what you do.
Yell
Quite
at me.
frankly, darling, chill
Don't call
with
me
you.
darling. I don't want
Shut
to.
up. I'm a f***ing man, right? I walk up to your f***ing ugly boyfriend upstairs, shake his hand like a f***ing bloke. You, on the other hand, you're like f***ing cringing and shaking every 5 minutes, calling me f***ing names non-stop. You're f***ing Kristen Doty. You've made more f***ups than anybody else. You've broken nearly every one of your f***ing friends' hearts. I'm done with this conversation. Have a happy life with your ugly f***ing boyfriend.
It's amazing.
Let's just stand and clap.
Yeah, bravo.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
I'll stand.
I'll stand as well. I'll stand as well.
Whew. I mean, that's why James is on this fucking show, because he
Yeah.
brings it so good.
Yeah.
And that was genuine.
Yeah.
Oh, so genuine.
And all it takes is one thing, and then he's just like
Off.
flips.
Yep.
Yeah.
And he has an entire one-sided conversation
Yeah.
where he discovers so many things
Yeah.
and then just leaves. It's
Yeah,
it's
right.
incredible.
I mean, he always
Yeah.
has like a very fierce exit.
Oh, yeah.
But their dynamic is so amazing because, and you know, Kristen just like, you see her loving the drama
Oh.
because like
Yes.
anytime she gets like approached, like she does like her face like twitches in many different ways and she has all these mannerisms that's
Yeah.
like, you only act like that if you're into it.
She's welcoming
If
the
you're
drama.
Oh, yeah.
truly not wanting it, you would just like disengage completely, like
Right.
walk away.
But
But
she's like,
she-
yes, and.
And she knows that it's going to piss him off. Yeah.
true.
She's
Yeah.
yes anding.
She's
She's,
vi-
leaning into the drama.
What else? She's turned on.
What do you want?
Yeah, she-
Yeah, what do you want?
what is it? Come on, get it into it. Get into it. Get into
What
it.
do you want?
And she's like, Alex, just tie me on your Rolex.
Yeah.
Yeah, which one? I was wondering. I was hoping he wore both Rolexes at the same time because I mean, it's such a douche move to be like, "Oh, that's his second Rolex." Ugh.
You know who loves Rolexes?
Who?
John Mayer.
Oh. He might have more than two as well.
He has
so-
like a ton. He
You
collects watches.
Oh, that's
my
right. He
God.
collects watches. You should, yeah, maybe we could
You know
talk
a
to
lot
Sheena
about
about
him.
that.
Thank God for Hooters.
Thank God.
So they had a fight. But guys, we need to like really talk about the major part in this whole episode.
Yeah.
Schwartz meets with Stassi.
I didn't know he had that in him.
Right?
Like, I'm like, did he take an Adderall and then go to the scene? Because I've never seen him get that like upset or passionate.
Yeah.
Or just be direct with someone in that way.
It didn't
ever.
even seem like it was really him, right, Blair?
Yeah.
Yes, Amy. Well, he's a sweet guy, and I think they had a nice relationship, and he wasn't really part of the drama.
Yeah.
So he hates confrontation, but I think like he was chill about it, and he went in with an open heart. But you know, she was wrong, and she was an awful bitch. So he told her what it was.
Let's hear a soundbite from this moment, guys.
You were always a pain in the ass and a bitch, and you were venomous, but you were also endearing, and you did it in a likable way. Over the course of the past year, that endearing buffer, it sort of faded away. And I feel like what was left was just like a smug, bitchy shell of your former self. When you severed ties with Katie, it was so cold and so rigid, and you were just so ruthlessly dismissive that it was like, I mean, it was just disgusting. Like, your ego got overinflated. Even if you weren't aware of it, it did. You were a f***ing bitch.
Did I, like, kill your dog?
I gotta say also, you can really tell when you have it without the visual. There's very few edits in that. There's like one main edit. He is going on a flow, and Tom and Katie are feeling themselves.
And
this
he
season.
gets it so right.
Exactly.
It's right on the nose. Like, could not have said it better myself.
That's right, because Sandoval tends to get a little flustered because he's so impassioned.
He's emotional.
Yeah, exactly. And so he just starts going, Jesus, but like he just laid it out.
But the same thing, Stassi just does the same thing again, where it's like she can't take it, and then she has to be like sarcastic, and it's like, you're not really apologizing. You're not really here.
I was never that bad. I wasn't a bad person.
What did I kill
your dad?
Did I kill
7
your
people
dog?
that are worse than me?
Did I put blades in your candy? Did I replace your eyeglasses with poison? It's like, but her response was so disappointing to me.
Yeah.
So disappointing because I was like, dude, this was your shot at proving to us that you have changed.
Totally.
And your response by saying, did I kill your dog, just shows me you have not changed and you still don't get it.
Right.
She doesn't get it.
At
It's
all.
gross. It's the same way with Lisa. Like, you want to be back on the show because you fucked up, but there's no hope of that. until
Right.
Squatting somewhere.
Yeah. Squatting and apologizing.
Squatting
That's
and
apologizing.
the Stassi Schroeder story.
And then she cries, which is so frustrating, and then makes it about her again. And it's like, it's hard to apologize, but you just apologize.
Right.
Although when we watch the show, we never laugh harder than when Stassi goes
She has her whole, like, where she does, like, it's like a hair flip with both hands, and then it's like a face melt.
And then the chin dissolves into the neck.
She looks like she's going to throw up.
Wearing an awful outfit.
It's my favorite thing.
And Schwartz was not moved at all, which I love.
He was stoic as fuck. And I love the music. Okay, this is what made my life.
I've already
I mean, guys, when that pumped in, were you freaking your shit
The
out?
music was really good this episode.
Oh, yeah.
It went through kind of a change. And now it's like feeling like the Hills, kind of, when they would have these like dramatic, like sweeping musical moments.
I've already
Well, it's like
I was like chilled, man.
It was powerful.
the music had a transition when in Hawaii it seemed like someone else was handling the music. There's all these goofy fucking tiki adjacent things, and then we get back to this, and it's suddenly like
You know what? I think Schwartz gets power from wearing glasses.
Oh, yeah.
And it seemed a little rose-colored, if I may say so.
Yeah, you're right. Well, he's trying to stay positive.
Yeah.
And he's like the reverse of Superman, right?
Yeah. I think that was one of the most emotional scenes that I've seen in a long time, you know? And for when they were like doing that slow pan out or of them sitting at the table, it was just like, where's this going to go? I mean, are they going to let Stassi back in the group? And I mean, next week looks incredible when Katie's response to like, Tom inviting her to their engagement party.
Oh my God. Things go insane. They're like fighting nonstop, apparently, according to the next episode, right?
Yeah.
I can't wait, you guys.
They have like a bit of a rocky relationship going right now.
Stassi and who?
Katie and Tom. I feel like.
Katie and Tom? Really?
They had a fight on our podcast.
Oh, shut up.
I think they bicker a lot.
It was a
Guys, I am so happy that you joined me for this episode today.
Thank you, Amy.
Thank
We're so
you for
thrilled.
having
Please
us.
tell us about your podcast real quick and where they can find it and everything.
Sure.
So you can find Pump Podcasts on iTunes, and you can find it on SoundCloud as well.
And you can just Google Pump Podcast if you just want to find everything at once.
Yeah.
And also, coming up soon, a very special episode of Pump Podcast featuring Amy Phillips.
Yes.
Yes. So we taped that recently, and that's coming out soon. And we can't wait for you to enjoy us.
Yeah.
Blythe, Craig, Lara, thank you. Thank God for you.
Amy.
Thank God for your passion of Pump.
Thank you.
Thank you, Amy.
Thank you, Amy.
Just one more of these.
I've already
Can I have the tissues, please?
Dick, bro.
Here are some tissues. You guys stay tuned for more Radio Andy. Sandyland is up next. See you next week.
She's really good at sex, so I keep her on the roster. Who's next? Maybe a sister or maybe a friend, but if I can wait, I'm in. Nice body, she got a mouth like a sailor. Used to pull hoes like I'm Mr. Jax Taylor.